to the Zaantu meeting, and joining us is Martin Tumwine, who has some insights on what it is to build a company. So stick around, and over to you, Martin Tumwine. What are one of the biggest takeaways and key lessons that you'd love to share to anybody building a company in this age of AI?
Well, I would say that right now is the best time to build a business. Number one, you have the ability to automate certain software processes that otherwise would be very difficult for you to begin with. And I think we have no excuse because we have the internet that's spreading worldwide. We have the ability to just think even beyond your nation and also get into other markets as well. You also have the ability to connect with other people and learn from them and see what new things that they are doing, right? So I think in the age of AI right now, this is the right time to get into business. It's the right time to solve challenges and solve problems. People are trying to solve linguistic problems in a sense using just artificial intelligence. How do you communicate with one person who is probably speaking a different language, right? You could create your own AI that actually does that, or probably do a business around that in a sense. So there are different ways that you can actually grow as an entrepreneur and also grow your income.
Wow, that's so amazing because you have been able to scale into Canada and also Japan. Tell us a bit more about that.
So scaling into this, getting into these other markets is more about your connections and your ability to just stay resilient. It's more about working with people, making sure that you do excellent work, and also just be honest at the end of the day. And you need to just basically build on your relationships, help other people as much as possible, and see how you can help other people as also help you as well. Always look for the win-win in any situation. Don't be afraid to reach out to people on LinkedIn or any other social media platform and see how you can help them in whatever problem that they might be in.
Wow, speaking of LinkedIn, we have Louise joining us here, and she has been able to drive traction on LinkedIn. Louise, tell us a bit more about the LinkedIn platform, what your experience was, and what someone who's trying to get into LinkedIn for the first time could know or should know.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Louisa Deke, and since I'm talking about LinkedIn, I'll go straight to it. LinkedIn is a platform that we can use basically job seekers plus also those who are seeking for employees. It's a platform we can use to connect with each other because it does not involve the rest of what you put on LinkedIn is strictly for business purposes. It's like supposed to enrich you and help you meet up with fellow individuals through posting. And basically, all the content you see there is basically just your work and jobs. If you're seeking for a job, yeah, and it has helped me in a way that I've been able to collaborate with people and to work with certain people who are very good and have helped me learn a lot. It has also in a way opened my sense to the world that I can see what other people are doing and also get the courage. Yes, and also to post my progress in the job field.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And now we at Zantu are using different languages to build, but one of them is Flutter. And I'd love to know more about it from Joseph, who is the lead in that direction. Tell us more about Flutter. What are its benefits and what projects have you used on it?
Hello guys, I'm Sariange Joseph, a full stack developer with Zaantu Technologies. I'm going to introduce to you Flutter. So at Zaantu, we carry out we provide a number of services, among which there is application development. So we have developed an inventory application to help out businesses, bakeries, pharmacies, any sort of business basically, sales to do inventory management, and we've used Flutter to build it. Um, I would say Flutter is a framework from Google built on top of a Dart programming language, and it enables you to build cross-platform applications, applications basically one from basically one code base. Though it's not just as easy as that, but it's the easiest you can get to. So literally, you have desktop, Mac OS, iOS, Android, Linux, and Windows being built from the same code base. So this will save you a lot of money on the developer resources, time, and all that. So that is what Flutter provides. It comes with an inbuilt system, a design system, Material UI still from Google, which is very nice. So by default, most of the things that you build in Flutter will look good out of the box. So even though you're somebody who is not a designer, you're not an artistic person, you should really do adopt Flutter. It should really help you out there. And of course, it has a very large ecosystem. There are lots of tutorials for it. There are lots of resources out for it. And that really make the learning curve a bit easier. Though on the flip side, or the negative side, applications developed with Flutter can tend to be a bit larger than the ones built in the native languages. And also for up and coming developers, to develop with Flutter, you need a number of software tools, Android Studio, emulators, this and that. Uh, and in most cases, you might find that your computer might not be able to handle all these softwares at once, but there are really workarounds around that you can adopt and get started. So I would encourage all of you to really use Flutter. That's the end of my
Nice.
presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking about Flutter. And I'd love to know what has been the best thing about working at Zaantu from all of you. But before we go to that, you're welcome, Maxon. Maxon is our CTO at Zaantu. Maxon, tell us a bit more about what you do at Zaantu and why you love the work that you do.
Hey Lisa, um, hey Zaantu team, it's a good evening. Nice to meet you guys. I'm called Byumisha Maxon. I'm my CTO at Zaantu. Mainly, I oversee the project, how people are doing their tasks. I do a bit of code reviews and understanding, helping them with the architectures because we have different architecture implementation, and also that also oversee the folder structure because if you have a poor folder structure of your project, obviously maneuvering it or navigating it becomes very hard. So that is one of my main work with tasks at Zaantu.
Wow, amazing. And one of the things I love about working at Zaantu is the fact that your mental health is catered for. And we are partnering with Lila Haven to provide those services. So if you're out there and you have a development team whose mental health is not being prioritized, you're going to suffer from low productivity. So that is something that Zaantu is very passionate and critical about, such that the work that's delivered is world class. Over to you, Martin Tumine. Tell us more about what it is to be the CEO and what you love most about Zaantu at this point.
All right. So, what is it like being CEO? That's a very good question. Sometimes you don't get enough rest. Sometimes you um, are probably going to be rejected by a lot of people. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy road. You have to figure out how to get people paid. In your company, you have to figure out the different partnerships. To figure out the business model, keep adjusting the business model and enhancing it, and just figuring out how you can build a company that people would be happy with or happy to even work at, right? And you have to think about the company culture. You need to ask people that you work with um, what they like and what they can improve in that sort of context. So you're basically a leader and you are responsible for everyone else, right? So you're basically a servant. So right now, I'm a servant to you guys. At the end of the day, I have to just make sure that whoever comes into Zaantu, if one day you decide to leave Zaantu, you are a much better person than you used to be. And you've seen the work culture, and you've seen how things are done in the real world, and how to just get out there and do something even better in that sort of context. So you think about other people a lot. You're not thinking about only about yourself, right? You're thinking about, how do I get others to eat first before you eat? So there's a book. So Simon Sinek says that leaders eat last, so you eat last. Other people eat first. That sort of context, yeah.
Wow, thanks for sharing. And over to you, Joseph. What's that thing that you love about working with Zaantu? And then Louise will tell us. And finally, Maxon. I'm sorry, Joseph, we can't hear you. Are you muted?
Oh, sorry about that. I would say my biggest benefit or that I've enjoyed working with Zantu is it has really pushed me to be a better developer, to be a professional software engineer. On top of being a coder, a programmer, but a software engineer and a software developer, learning lots of new concepts, being given the opportunity to work on large projects that have real world impact, without without being put behind saying, "Ah, no, you're still a junior developer" or something in that sense. So I've really gotten into the professional work environment.
Amazing. How about you, Louise?
Uh, my favorite thing about working with Zantu is that I've got to meet people who are way better than me, because when I came in, I could say I was nothing, because I could not do much. I could not even basic coding. It was just pretty basic. So when I entered into this field with my team, at least it pushed me to be a better person and to try and level up my own skills, because usually I would just be there. I don't know what I was waiting for, but I'm glad I met you guys and I'm very happy. Yes.
Thank you,
So
thank you, thank
just to say
you.
something, you said that you felt like you were nothing. I don't think anybody's nothing in this world. So I think probably your skills were at a certain level, but at least have been enhanced. But I don't think you're nothing. I think everybody has something to contribute. Thank you.
Absolutely. And the Zantu team brings great value to Zantu because Zantu is nothing without the team. And we're so honored and happy to have this team working together to achieve their goals. And how about you, Maxon? What is one thing you love about working at Zantu?
Yes, Lisa. First, before I think I go a bit on what I love about Zantu, the thing that I love, I think to clarify on what Louise was trying to mean, like by the time maybe he joined Zantu, she felt like she didn't have that a lot that is required for the market. So that's how Mary was trying to mean. That's the meaning of it. Like she felt like she had nothing. She was nothing. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get
Right.
her point. Yeah, but on my side, what I love doing about Zanto is really a lot, really a lot. From the mentoring part of it, being a family, not just a developer or an engineer here, but a family whereby you reach an extra mile of seeing the welfare of a person. How is he or she doing? She eating and living along that welfare. About also the pushing. Yes, they give at Zanto. They give you the resource, but they also give you that morale to do more of you of learning, not just giving you everything at a goal. So they give you that chance of learning on yourself, which is actually a good technique of learning when it comes to programming. Because in programming, if I give you everything at a go, that means everything, if it's available, you won't have that extra mile of researching on your own, understanding if I get this error, what should I do? If every time you get an error and I debug for you and I solve it for you, that means they are making you them in that you are not being getting anything value out of it. So at Zaantu, they have given me that opportunity as me as a person to learn on myself, basing on the resources they have provided me, and it has improved me actually ever since I joined. I think Martin can testify and listen on that one. Yeah, that's all
Yes,
mainly.
absolutely. Right now, we are progressing, and you're heading the team that is working on our projects overseas in Canada, and we're so proud of the work that you are doing. So, over to you, Martin Tumine. What are some parting shots that you'd give to someone out there that is trying to do a tech startup and wants to scale to different countries?
I think number one, just look at a problem that's big enough that you can work on. I think if you want to create your own business or your own startup and you want to scale and want to do something big, look at a problem that's really big enough. At Stanford University, um, in the business school, they normally focus on what you are basically building and is it really big enough and is the market big enough for that, right? So think of a big problem that you can solve for and it will be very easy for you to scale beyond. So I think that's what I can just say basically. If you think of only looking at your internal market or within your own town, yeah, I think you can do that if you want to, but if you really want to go big and go out there, think of a big enough problem that you can solve for billions of people. Yep.
Amazing. We have come to the end of this stream, but just a reminder that at Zantu, our goal is to provide leadership so that those that come to Zantu not just live with skills, but are trained to lead and bring transformation out there. So if you love us, follow, leave a comment, type in the comments what you loved about this session. And until next time, bye, everyone.